someone who identifies as Holy Rebel in Jacksonville, Florida. You're on with Matt and Shelley. How are you?
I'm good. I've been looking forward to this, man.
Okay. What do you got for us? It says here that you're a prophet, and there's something about current evidence for the existence of God?
Oh, yeah, absolutely. I want to start off by saying this. I sent you an email a while back, and I was basically, it was last week. I just discovered you guys last week.
Mm-hmm.
And I was like, I've been losing sleep ever since. I've discovered you because this is my ministry. Like, you're still looking for evidence, correct?
Always.
Yeah, okay. So,
did I reply to your email?
Yes, you did. I believe it was John or something of that matter. But
okay,
man, this is the core of my ministry. I don't only just have evidence, but I also teach people that listen to what I preach. I teach them how to get the evidence on their own also, and it all comes from off the Bible, King James Version, might I add.
Okay,
but man, I am excited.
We might have a big problem because the Bible isn't evidence. The Bible makes the claims.
I got you. Well, check this out. Let me show you.
Okay.
Now, I've watched almost 100 of your videos. I'm telling you, I actually kind of, I think that, because me and you, I said in the email, we're a lot alike. Well, let's get this clear. I'm a prophet, and I'm gonna show you guys.
I don't know what that means. I know what it means. I don't necessarily know what you mean by it. So you can either explain that, or you can go for the evidence.
I'm explaining it to you.
Okay.
God revealed to me things that's going to happen.
How does this revelation happen? Do you hear a voice? Do you get an image in your head? Do you just get a feeling? Do you open a book randomly and it falls on a prediction? What?
Good question. No, sir. It comes through prophetic dreams when I go to sleep.
Okay.
Here and there, not all the time.
How can you tell the difference between your regular dreams and the dreams that are prophetic?
Well, they are very clear. It's almost like I wake up in cold sweats because it's almost like I was there in real life. So when I wake up, flipping out, things of that matter, I know, wow, that was a prophetic vision. And I'm going to tell you, let me show you the difference on how God used me to do it. And I've been doing this since, because I've been getting prophetic visions since 2011.
Okay, I got a couple of quick questions. Because Shelley had asked how you can tell the difference, and you basically described that it essentially feels different, that you wake up and you're aware that. Yeah. So let me ask a couple quick questions. Do you keep a dream diary?
Yes, that's exactly what I was going to.
Cool.
What I do is as soon as not all the, like I say, only the prophetic, only the ones that come strong like that. Let me tell you what I do.
Sure.
I get my phone when I wake up and I record them and I send it to my Gmail.
Okay.
That's documented proof.
Sure. So you have a dream. You record what was in the dream. Right. How do you tell whether or not they've come true, and what percentage of them come true?
Okay, let me show you how it works. I don't get them all the time. Can I give you a backstory and let you know how I got to this point?
Sure.
Because me and you a lot similar. I received Christ in 2004. Okay. Now before I received Christ, I was a country boy out smoking, drinking, getting high. I smoked the lace blunt before and all this and that. But one thing I remember telling God when I got saved, I said, God, let me tell you something. I'm going to give my life over to you. But all of that fake stuff that I saw growing up in the church and all that hallucinating, I'm not doing that. I need to really see your power, because when I was over there getting high and drunk, that was a supernatural experience. So my mindset was, now that I'm over here in you, I'm not going to, there's somebody going to lay hands on me and I'm going to fall. No, none of that. No. I need to see the real power of you, because if the devil's real, and if that was real over there, and I never hallucinated and getting high, I'm not going to do it over here. So I received Christ in 2004. From 2004 all the way up to 2011, I did the church thing, just like you mentioned before. I went to church, studied for ministry. I even went to Bible college. But I never received the feeling of the Holy Ghost. And one thing, me and my wife hit rock bottom. We were basically broke, things of that matter. And God revealed to me, he said, Terrell, I want you to drop all that prosperity word that you heard, all those things that you could think of, and I want you to focus on the commandments of Jesus Christ. He said, read Matthew, Mark, Luke, and John. When we got serious about that, within that same week is when God started giving us prophetic visions. And that was in 2011.
So how did he tell you to concentrate on the commandments if it was before the visions?
What it was, we started reading Matthew, Mark, Luke, and John. So we started right there in the book of Matthew.
No.
Reading it.
Hang on.
What you're saying?
Hang on a second, Rebel, because there's a couple things to clear up. What Shelley's asking is, if God speaks to you through prophetic dreams, how did God speak to you to tell you to read Matthew, Mark, Luke, and John before you were getting prophetic dreams?
I believe God revealed it to me in prayer. You know, the thing is
in what? Sorry,
in prayer, but I'm.
He reveals me in prayer. Yeah, I feel that, in prayer, we feel that God speaks to us and things of that matter. It's not like solid, like I can write it down, but my evidence is going to show that God spoke to me because, let me jump straight to it.
Okay.
There's a shooting that took place down in Florida, in Parkland, Florida.
Yeah.
Right? Correct? Are we both aware of that?
Yes.
The one that took place in Valentine?
Yes.
Okay, God revealed that to me months before it happened. There's a rapper by the name of XXXTentacion. He was shot and killed down south of Florida. He was shot in his neck. God revealed those specifics to me months, like 6 months before that happened. And once again, like I told you, I sent my stuff to my Gmail.
What were the specifics? What were the specifics that were revealed, and how could we possibly verify that?
The specifics is let's talk with the XXXTentacion. Are you familiar with this rapper?
I've heard the name, but I don't know anything.
Yeah, he's a well-known rapper from out of Florida. Well-known. Okay. He's TMZ top, all that. But let me tell you what happened. Now, I didn't reveal everything. I put the short version of that vision up because, like I said, the case is still going. I'll tell you this. If I put everything up that I saw in that vision, I may need security for me and my family. I'm a regular guy, and I'm not going to really play those games. But let me tell you.
No.
He showed me he was going to get shot in the neck. I saw that, and I put that in that vision.
And where is this recorded so that people can verify that you got this prediction before the events?
My YouTube channel is Holy Rebel Movement.
Okay, and you have a video up. You have a video up before the Parkland shooting that specifically says this particular rapper is going to get shot in the neck. Right.
I got it all up, and I got another prophet. These are prophetic visions I want you to see. I got another one. There's three I want you to look at real closely.
Well,
I have a cousin. that passed away.
You don't have to give
police officers.
You don't have to give three.
I'm excited. You got to. Yeah, you got to understand. I'm very excited, man.
I get it,
like
but
I said, this is what I.
So
yeah,
there's a number of problems here. Number one is obviously I'm in the middle of a show, so I can't go out and verify that your video says exactly what it does. But if God revealed to me that Shelley was going to get shot in the neck, why the fuck would I not go and save Shelley from getting shot in the neck?
I would hope you would.
I'm glad you said that. And let me explain this to you. Now let's look at how God gives prophecies. Okay. Now let's look at you're very familiar with the word, with the scriptures. Let's look at like Genesis 37. Joseph was given prophetic visions, but they were specific and symbolic. Watch. So the thing is, he was talking about the sheaves in the field, but his brother's interpretation was, hey, look, you're going to be over us and things of that matter. So when it all played out, he was over them, but it had nothing to do with sheaves. So
yeah, that's called interpreting after the fact.
Right. So what I'm telling you.
So in order for something to be considered a prophecy, it needs to be specific. It needs to be answerable by a single set of circumstances. It can't be something that people are working towards, and it can't be interpreted after the fact. So if, for example, a month before the shooting, you posted a video that says, hey, I got a prophetic dream from God last night that this particular rapper is going to get shot in the neck in the next month or whatever, that would truly be impressive. But how do you know how you got it right?
I'm going to tell you why. Number one, God didn't reveal to me that it was that actual rapper. He just revealed to me that it was a rapper/actor that was going to get shot.
Okay, whoa. Because a minute ago I asked you if your video specifically said this rapper's getting shot in the neck, and now you're saying that the revelation you got was that some rapper or actor was going to get shot.
No. I said rapper/actor. He is a rapper and an actor at the same time.
Okay,
you do
but
both.
See, we're already way deep into the bullshit here, because if I say a rapper/actor is going to get shot, that covers a lot of ground. And if a rapper gets shot, I can claim that as a hit. And if an actor gets shot, I can claim that as a hit. And if a rapper, no, this is just a fact. This is just a fact. That
show me a rapper that got shot in the neck and died.
You're not paying attention. I'm sorry.
I'm asking you. Show me a rapper that got shot in the neck.
That's not relevant to what I'm saying. That's what I mean when I say you're not paying attention. I'll try it again. If
are you doing this for money, or are you doing this for entertainment, or do you really want to answer? Do you really want evidence? Because I'm giving it to you.
No, you're not. That's what I'm trying to explain. That's what I'm trying to explain, but you're not paying attention. Let me try this again. If I made a prediction that a rapper/actor was going to get shot in the neck.
Right.
Did your prediction include a time or a place?
It included, in this vision, I saw him. He was wearing a jacket. Now, this happened June the 18th.
This is not my question. I'm asking you.
Listen to all the specifics and what I saw.
I don't give a rat's ass about the jacket. I'm asking a specific question.
You want to make money, man. You're trying to make money.
I do this shit for free, dumbass.
Okay, well, don't you get paid to go do your appearances?
Yes.
Okay.
Now, are you going to actually answer the question that I asked?
God, you weren't Holy Ghost filled. That's what I'm trying to tell you.
Correct. I was not holy rebel. Stop.
And you watched 100 of his shows. You watched 100 shows and decided that he was genuine and called in. And now when you're hearing the answers that you don't want to hear, you're saying it's for the money. So be honest. Be genuine.
No. What I'm saying is he got the same mind I have. I'm like, God, I don't want to play these games.
I'm asking you questions and you're not answering them. You're answering other stuff. I asked you in your prediction about a rapper/actor getting shot in the neck, did you include a time?
Well, I didn't. I don't need time. Did Joseph
only
time in his wish? Did Joseph in the prophecies Joseph delivered? Did he put a time?
No, and you know what? I don't accept that as prophecy either. That's the point I'm making. If you're not going to give a time, then it's
reprobate mind, then, sir.
Yes, I do.
Okay. Well, look. I come in love, man. I don't want to fight you. Can
we at least ask questions and get answers so that maybe I can show you why I don't accept that this is prophecy?
Go for it.
If I make a prediction that a rapper/actor is going to get shot in the neck, and I don't include a time frame, then if it happens in a year, I was right. If it happens in a month, I was right. If it happens in 3 years, I was right. If it happens in 5 years, I was right. What are the odds that a rapper/actor or a rapper or an actor, which is all the different ways that you can spin that, gets shot in the neck at some point?
Due to the specifics.
No.
And like I said, I got a lot of specifics.
Okay, stop. Due to the specifics is not even remotely close to an answer to the question I just asked.
But like I say, you show me a prophecy in the Bible when any prophet told you the time.
That's why I don't accept prophecies in the Bible. How hard is this to understand? You're pointing to shitty prophecies. Stop. You are pointing to prophecies that I consider to be shitty and not prophecies, and to say that they're in the same category as yours. I agree with you.
So check this out. I have another prophecy. My cousin was in a situation where he robbed the store with a hammer. And all of my prophecies, they get backed up by local news. I got the links under my videos. Holy Rebel Movement, once again.
You know, I predict things on stage all the time.
I understand that, but he was...
Sorry, did you say you have...
Can you hear another prophecy? Can you hear another one? He went and he attacked. He robbed the store. It's the middle of the night. God gave me this prophecy months before, and you'll see my dates and everything. He robbed the store. And the police located him. It was in the middle of the night. He went and attacked the police officer with a hammer, a house tool. He went and attacked the police officer with a hammer. He missed. The police shot at him, missed him. He jumped in his car. He sped off and hit a tree. Head went through the windshield and he died. God revealed that to me months before, and you go check that prophecy. He revealed to me even how he was going to have a house.
Why didn't you try?
What specifically? Holy shit.
If you had a prophecy, how come?
Hang up on people when you get packed in a wall.
I tell you what, I let you say your prophecy, and the second we had a question, you are immediately interrupting. If you better fucking stop, or your prophecy about getting hung up on is going to come true.
Go for it.
Shelley had a question.
I'm so sorry that happened to your cousin. That is a really awful tragedy. And I guess the first thing that came in my mind is if I had a prophecy that I really believed in, that I thought was possibly going to happen, I would do everything I could to try and prevent that. Did you do that? Did you just make a video saying that was going to happen and not try and stop it? Or did you try and stop it?
No, I'm telling you, God didn't reveal to me that it was that specific cousin. He just revealed to me that a cousin of mine was going to get in a situation. He was going to have a house tool in his hand, and he was going to be running from a group of individuals, and one individual with an AK-47, and he had a house tool in his hand while this all went down.
Okay.
I'm telling you, that's exactly what happened. You can read it in the news store right up under my.
I don't need to read it. That's the thing.
So
why is God revealing useless information to you that you can't know anything about until after the fact?
Let me show you. Let me show you. In John chapter 14, 15, and 16, Jesus talk about, he say, if you keep my commandments, now this is where me and you went wrong when it comes down to the church thing years ago. He said, if you keep my commandments, he said, then I'm going to pray to the Father, and he'll give you another comforter, which is the Holy Ghost, the Spirit of truth. And he said, the Spirit of truth will teach you all things, which will give you all the interpretation you need, because you all got a lot of questions.
Okay, so call back when you're taught all things.
And he said, no. And he said that that was a reference for you, because I know that you all have a lot of questions. But if you get Holy Ghost filled, he will teach you, though. He'll give you the answers. But like I said,
I hear this
he
from...
also say he will reveal to you things to come. That's the prophecy part. That's in John chapter 16.
Except that...
He will reveal to you things to come.
So Matt was trying to give you his requirements for what would be a valid prophecy, and what would constitute something that counts as a prophecy rather than a guess.
You can't say it's from God if I can fucking duplicate it.
You can't duplicate. Okay, go ahead. Put a prophecy out with actual specific things that you can expect to happen.
I'm hanging up on you in 10 seconds.
Absolutely.
Does that count as a prophecy? Does it count as a prophecy? It's specific and with time. I'm asking...
You're doing this for money. You're doing this for entertainment. Because I just gave you proof. Have a good day. I knew you were doing this for entertainment.
No, you didn't, and that's why you called.
No, you didn't, and that's why you're trying to run away, because you don't have an understanding.
I'm not hanging up. I'm not hanging up.
Okay, now you're on hold. I haven't hung up, so you're wrong. If you'd let me finish, I was pointing out that I could say, as I did, I'm going to hang up on you in 10 seconds. That's its prediction about the future. It has a time, and it may or may not come true. How can we tell the difference between you getting some vague hint of a message that after things happen, you interpret as if God gave you a message? How many of those messages come true? What's the percentage? I understand what you were saying, that if God gives you a message and you are convinced later on it comes true, this will convince you that you're getting a message from God, but it's not and should not convince anyone else any more than if I make a prediction at a magic show that shouldn't convince anybody else. Okay, whenever I ask a question that tries to get to how do we tell the difference between you felt some vague message and later interpreted it specifically, and then we want to get drilled down to how we could tell whether or not this is a prophecy. And even if you were correct, we still need a way to know that it's coming from God and not from some other source. Every time I ask a question about that, you just start talking over me and then say, I'm in this for the money.
Because you do it for you're disrespecting me, man. I didn't start this, but I actually planned to call and say, hey, look, you could call me after the show. We could be friends. We could talk more off air.
I'm not interested in the friends thing. Why are you not? Why are you not actually answering the questions that are asked?
Because you're saying, Terrell, you're saying, Holy Rebel, if God didn't give you a date of which these things are going to happen, it wasn't from God.
That is not what I. That is not. Stop. Listen to me very fucking carefully. That is not even that is not even remotely close to what I'm saying. I'm not saying that it's I'm not saying that it's not from God. I'm asking you how you can be confident that it is from God. There's a very different thing. I'm not saying this person is innocent. I'm saying, why are you convinced they're guilty? Me asking you to demonstrate the reasonableness of your belief that you're getting prophetic message from God is not in any way me saying you are wrong, that's not from God. As a matter of fact, if you go back and listen to this entire call, neither of us ever claimed that you were wrong about where the source of your thing was. You just couldn't handle being asked the questions, which is why all of a sudden you brought up these distractions about Matt's just doing it for money. If I'm doing it for money, I should quit and find something else because this doesn't pay me. But so I've talked about prophecy a lot.
Yeah.
And I know that you've mentioned prophetic ideas in songs, and you were talking the other day, a great story about music being a religion. But there are newspaper astrologists.
Yes.
There's the John Edwards, the speakers to the dead people. Then there are people who get prophetic dreams. If God had a message for you and just gave you a vague dream that a month and a half later some event happens and you're like, oh, I had a dream about this a month ago.
Yeah.
What would your takeaway from that be?
My takeaway would be that, I dream about a lot of different things and I don't really remember them because I'm not thinking about them. But then if something happened in real life that made me remember one of my dreams, you have that, whether it's about a major event or not, something happens during the day, you're like, oh, I dreamed about that. And I don't think, oh, I had a prophecy, I had a vision. I just thought, oh, that thing of the many millions of things I could possibly dream about was in my dream and also coincidentally happened during my day.
Yeah, this is something, it's like the James Randi Educational Foundation had the $1 Million Prize for years. And if somebody like Holy Rebel could actually do what they said they could do, then the first thing that would happen is they would agree on a test protocol. And something just off the top of my head that we could potentially try would be, okay, every time you have a prophetic dream, you write down every single detail that you have in that dream. And then when you think it's answered, an independent panel of judges will judge the accuracy of this. The problem is, let's say I have 10 prophetic dreams and they don't have time frames on them. So something happens and it seems like it's one of my dreams. Then I could say, I've had a prophetic dream. And then if I were asked, well, what percentage of your prophetic dreams have come true? Well, right now it's 1 out of the 10, so it's 10%. And I'm like, okay, well, how good of a success rate is that? Couldn't that be coincidence? Well, the other ones might come true too. And because they're open-ended, we have to wait forever. You have an unfalsifiable proposition. There's no way to say, oh, I had this dream and it was wrong. It's always, God answers prayer. It's just sometimes he says later. God makes prophecies. He just doesn't tell you when they're going to happen. And that is almost definitionally useless. No wonder he couldn't go, save. I'm not going to tell you, one of your cousins is going to die. One of your cousins is going to attack a policeman with a hammer, but I'm not going to tell you which cousin. First of all.
It's kind of cruel.
It is. It puts you in this position of, existential dread about what's going to happen. And, I'm pretty sure that if God came to me and said, one of your husbands is going to attack a police, or one of your husbands, one
of your many.
I got loads of husbands, baby. But if I got what I thought was a message from God saying one of your cousins is going to attack a police officer with a hammer, I could probably narrow it down. Like I've got a lot of cousins, but I could narrow it down to, a couple.
I didn't even think that. I was just like, I will tell every single one of my cousins. Yeah. Don't walk around.
Family meeting. I got a message from God. One of you is about to fuck up big time. Can we? And so the thing is, the problem with the prophecy is that let's say that you did gather all your cousins. Then you get to say, God gave me this prophecy and my cousins never did this because I went and told them. So the purpose of the prophecy was to prevent this from happening. But that's not. And to his credit, he wasn't saying that was the purpose of prophecy. The purpose of prophecy is to show him that he's right with God and so God's revealing stuff. But if God's revealing useless information and things that are open to interpretation, I just don't.
He had a lot to prove. Firstly, that, his prophecies were valid and verifiable, and then the next step of who is sending those prophecies. Why is it God? Why is it the God of the Old and New Testament?
How do you know it's not Doctor Who?
How do you know it's not the devil?
Grabbed a time machine, came into your bedroom at night, held up a little piece of psychic paper that gave you the dream to tell you what was going to happen. It's one thing, and I've mentioned this before, as somebody who does mind reading, mentalism sort of things on stage. I can make predictions and do tricks that seem impossible to people who aren't in the know. So the question I have to ask myself is, somebody made a prediction and it came true. Did it? Was it truly a prediction? Oh, it was in a sealed envelope over here, in full view the whole time. Okay, but did it change? Was it subject to interpretation? There's lots and lots of questions that we have to ask. And religions, Christianity in particular, have mechanisms that allow them to avoid this, like thou shalt not put the Lord thy God to the test.
Yeah.
If you can't put God to the test, then you can't ever have a warrant to conclude that God is reliable. This is, in another video, I was talking about this last night, something I'm working on, the fact that I can't know what it's like to be in somebody else's mind.
Yeah.
And if God is perfect and I'm not, I could never have any reason to reach the conclusion that God is in fact perfect. All I could ever do is say that people say God's perfect. It's like, here's a calculator, and I'm not very good at math, so I have no way of knowing if the calculator's giving me the right answer or not. And if you tell me this is a perfect calculator, and when I disagree with the result, that's because I'm a flawed being, I have no way to counter that. And yet I'm still in a position where I don't know if the calculator's accurate or not. I just have to take it on faith. That, to me, seems like a really, it may be that case for a perfect calculator, but not for a God.
Because you can verify it on another instrument.
Yeah.
But there's only one God.
But if I was God, then, I couldn't even demonstrate to somebody that I was perfect. Like, I'm a perfect being, and you're imperfect and broken. How can I possibly demonstrate to you that I am in fact perfect without making you perfect as well? Because if I don't do that, you could always be wrong about whether or not I'm perfect. It's weird.
Yeah.
But